Hi learners, welcome to day 13 of the Power Query Editor series by DivKLearner, a bit forward daily. Today we learn how to remove unnecessary rows and filter right data to make your reports clean, faster and smarter. So what our objective is, our goal is simple. We'll explore how to remove top, bottom, alternate, blank rows and also how to filter rows using built-in options and advanced condition in Power Query. So let's very quickly open up the Power BI desktop. And then from Power BI desktop, what we're going to open is we are going to go to Home, Transform Data and click on Transform Data so that it opens up the Power Query Editor. Now, before I take you to the Power Query Editor, any changes that you make in the Power Query Editor is not available in the DAX or in the design pane. So here, whatever you try to do, whatever filtration and everything that you try to do would clean the data and you'd be using mQuery to do that. So let's very quickly start with the first thing where you want to filter, you want to remove the rows. So you want to remove, for example, if the top 10 rows you don't want, so it will remove everything till BOTTM. So we will see the first thing as BSBEV. I click on OK and it removes the first 10 rows and you see everything starting from BSBEV, right? If I take you to one applied step back, you will see that the total number of rows are 91. If I take you to the next applied step, you will see that the total number is 81. What we have done is we have removed the top 10 rows. So if I click on this, you will see that this is what we are doing. What I can do is I'll just remove this part there. If required, we can remove the bottom rows as well. So from here, you say bottom rows and you can put in whatever number of bottom rows you want to put in. So at the moment, the total number of rows, if you see here on the left corner, sorry for this, if you see on the left corner, you see that it is 91. I'm going to remove the bottom 20 rows. So 91 minus 20 is 71. So we see 71 rows there. I'll just bring it back because I need to put in another filter. So here I can put in remove alternate rows. So it says you want to remove alternate rows. Which row do you want to start with? I said first. Number of rows to remove. I say you remove 5 of them and you keep 6 of them. So it will start from 1, it will remove 5 rows. So it will remove the first 5 rows and it will start with BLAUS. Let's see, just click on OK and we see that it starts with BLAUS. Then it keeps 6 of them and then remove 5 of them, then it keeps 6 of them, then it removes 5 of them, then it keeps 6 of them. So similarly, now we are left with 48. To make it simple, let's just go back and I say keep 1, remove 1 and keep 1. So if I do that and click on OK, it is removing the alternate rows. So we see 91 divided by 2 is 45. Approximately 45, because we are saying starting from 1 you remove it. If I just change, instead of 0 I change it to 1, right, and then I check, it becomes 46 because it's saying start from 1. So you keep the first and then you start there. So if I go to the step back, you see that the first one it is keeping, but the second one ANATR it's removing. So that's the way how we are doing the alternate rows. Now after the alternate rows, yeah, so before I move forward, right, I'm skipping on certain things. The first thing we did was we removed top and bottom rows, right? So what is the pro tip for it? Removing extra headers, footer rows is common when working with exported reports from legacy systems. So when you're importing the data or exporting the data from legacy system, you would require certain rows to be removed. If you're getting sensor data or system logs, right, you might want to remove the alternate records because they might not be relevant. Now the third thing is remove blank. So if I want to remove the blank, I can go here and I say remove blank. But before doing that, I need to go to the column in which I want this to be effective. So let's go to the file, or let's go to the column which has blanks there. This is having null. Null is not blank. So do we have anything in which we have blank? Let's just see the other data sets as well. And I was also, I wanted to show you that you can go into view and you can say column distribution. In the column distribution, you will see uniques and everything. But if you click on this, we have also specified the profile. So profile tells you the various number of values there. It gives you the column statistics and it shows you the value distribution as well. So we were searching for something which is having blanks. So there is nothing as empty, nothing is empty, 21 empties. So this particular line has 21 empties. So let's see, it is having null. So if I click on null, it will remove the nulls. But I think, all right, if I try to go back to the home and I say remove the blank rows, right? And if I go to that particular thing in which we were having blanks, oh, I selected, okay. So if I go to the ship date, I still see null. So now just understand that null and blank are different things, right? So if I even go here in the ship date, I still see empty. Empty is because they are null. They are not blank. So I've removed the blank, but it has not done much. It is still the same number of rows which we started with. But the moment I remove the null and click on OK, you will see it has removed 21 rows which were having null values there. Okay, sometimes, right, what you want to do is you want to keep the rows instead of removing it. So similarly, you have here, keep the top rows, keep the bottom rows, keep the range of rows. So in the range of rows, you write down the first range from where it has to start and the number of rows that you want to keep. So this is these kind of things where you want to keep rows is very handy when you only want recent transaction or simple data. Whereas when we were talking about removing blanks, uh, Power Query scans the entire row, and if any columns are empty, that row is removed. It's quick and effective. The next thing that I wanted to talk about is we can say that from this particular, not this one might be, from this particular thing where we are talking about the customer, I want to remove the duplicates. So what I can do is I can highlight it and from the rows, I'll say remove duplicate. So if I see now, I have 91 and out of 91, all of them are unique and distinct. So although I have said remove duplicate, I'll just remove it because I don't have anybody as duplicates here. But if there is in the data, then you can remove the duplicates as well. Now, sometimes what you require is you want to have special filters. For example, a customer comes to you and he says that I ordered something on a particular date. I don't have the receipt. I have my number and the other details. So what you can do is from the orders table, you can select that date. So when they want that date to be, suppose they say that it was 13th of August 1996, so I can filter it and it will show me only the results which are of that particular date. So there is only one record. So thank God we can find out, uniquely identify who did that, and yeah, we can find those things there. I can select all, or I can just click on clear filter to remove all the filters that I've applied on that particular column. Sometimes you require something as the total amount. If you want the total amount to be greater than or greater than equal to say 1,000, So I just want to filter it and I'll click on OK, and it will give me all the amounts which are greater than 1000. Date filter we have checked. Let's just very quickly, I'll remove this filter, very quickly go back to the customer and try to find how many text filter contains, say, ALF, right? So I write down ALF and click on OK. This filter is saying empty. So customer name contains, let's only go with AL and just click on OK. So we have so many of them in the customer name who have AL there. I think none of them had ALF. Yep. So that's one way of doing it, and the other one is I can say, even say that I can clear this filter, go to the text filter again, and I say begins with, does not begin with, ends with, does not end with, contains, does not contains, does not equal. I can put all those filters there. So yeah, one of the use case for this basic filtering can be you want to filter out the cancelled order, zero values, or outdated dates in a few click. Sometimes you require more than one filter as well. For example, I want to find out all the orders which were made on yeah, let's just go there, and I want more than 060598. So this is where it is giving me the value there. I can double click on it and you will see that I can go to advanced. In this I've had order date. I want to see the amount as well, right? So I'd say where the freight rate or the freight is greater than equal to 10. So you will see there are two filters being applied and we have put in and. So the moment I click on OK, two more rows go away. So this is how you can filter based on two different columns or more than two different columns as well. This lets you refine your data set and exactly what you need. So it will give you that. So any filter that we had created, right? If I want to, I'll go back to the order detail. No, I'll go back to the orders table and I'll check one of the columns had null values. So I go to the ship region and I remove the null and click on OK. So it removes the null values for me. And here you see that for each filter, it is creating a M query for you. So it is saying the table selected row named column, each ship region. So each ship region should not be equal to null. So this tells Power Query to keep only the rows where the ship region is not null. If you understand this, you can write or tweak your own filter later. So here's what you have learned today. You learned about removing rows, top, bottom, alternate, blank rows. You saw about keep specific rows, top, bottom range. You saw filtering rows by value using custom condition and or apply simple and advanced filter. And you also tried understanding the M code behind filtering. We'll be doing something more in the M code later. But the skills that we have covered will help you keep your data clean, and meaningful. So if you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe. Tomorrow in day 14, we learn how to sort and group data in Power Query. If you have any question, ask it, learn it with DivKLearner. Submit it in the form which I'll be sharing in the description below. So once again, that's all that I have. Thank you. Bye bye.